Anaerobic training is not sustainable for long periods of time. Anaerobic training, you cannot, it means basically is over your adaptive threshold. You run out of oxygen. So a 100-meter sprint is anaerobic because they can't run like that at that speed for 400 meters. So it means you tire yourself out very quickly. So we, in Choi-Bo, I use combination drills. So we do them a little quicker. So one of our combination drills is a little faster, but you're moving your whole body. Also combination drills, we move the left and right side of the body evenly, but never to the point where it's too explosive. So wakes me up, raises my heart rate more quickly, but the benefit obviously of the Choi-Bo combination drills, again anaerobically, that energy pathway, scientists call it the bioenergetic continuum. It means how the energy is transferred in the body basically, but for Choi-Bo I have brought in anaerobic exercise as part of the complete system, because science says that the heart has a different adaptation to anaerobic training as to aerobic. So science says, the science that I've been following over the years, and there's a lot of it, is the septum, which is the central wall of the heart, becomes thicker and more dense from anaerobic training. Too much anaerobic training, however, is stressful. Too stressful on the body, and it should be a small amount of a system, about 5% of a system, anaerobic training. So we use combination drills in Choi-Bo. It's a small part of the system. So that's because of too much hard training, again, is oxidative stress or free radical damage. Your body has to recover from that. Again, the reason why I'm into wellness and exercising the right way with a continual and gradual progressive system is the studies that are coming out. You can read about those in my book or send me an email through Choi-Bo and I'll send you the research. Lots of it on marathon training or hard training decreases your lifespan, the length of your life, your mortality. So people that are hard training it live a shorter life. I want to live a long, productive, great life. And the woman in my life, I want to see it every day until I'm 100. So sticking with anaerobic training, very powerful, but not too much of it. That's why it's a small part of Choi-Bo, the system. And again, it's in there because it has a different benefit on the body, an adaptation benefit. Again, remembering the SAID principle. Why we put it and used it in Choi-Bo is because the body adapts to necessity. This impact benefits my bone density, as I'll talk about in a minute, but it doesn't really challenge my joint range of motion this way. It's not slowing my heart rate down. So we want all the benefits in Choi-Bo. It's an intelligent system for people that want to live a really long life. So other components to the system, another two, is defense drills. The reason why we don't do any sparring in Choi-Bo is because we want to incorporate partnership training, so you train with a friend. So defense drills are one side attacks, one side defends, but Choi-Bo is non-contact. You'll never get hit in Choi-Bo. We wear the boxing gloves and feet pads and guards because of safety. Also, we wear the guards here. In martial arts, people, especially young boys, say, oh, I've got a bruise on my arm, and they're really macho about it, same as I was when I was young and didn't know anything about health. So obviously, when you have a bruise on your arm, that is burst blood vessels. The inflammation process has to work to repair that damage. We're not into that in Choi-Bo. We want to live a long life. So defense drills are very soft. You work with a partner, just blocking on both the left and right side of the body. It's a lot of fun. It's stimulation. As you get much better, you can work with 2 people or 3 people, very slowly though. Never hard training, always fun, never sparring, never points. I did a lot of tournaments when I was young. I was nicknamed the helicopter in a lot of the tournaments for maybe 5 years. So I was very successful. But tournaments in martial arts is about scoring a point. So it's very fast. You punching, you pull your hand back. Or you have to get your hand to touch the other person in point scoring. It's like fencing as quickly as you can. It has nothing to do with health. I was always getting seriously injured. Some injuries that I experienced as a young boy competing still affect me now. Broke my right foot, broke my middle finger as well. They still cause me some problems now. So that needs to be understood with sports training. Sports is about winning, about ego. So defense drills, we've removed the ego. So we have a partner, we work with a partner. We block and we have fun. So if people are struggling to keep with their exercise program, one of the key things about Choi-Bo classes is you work with a partner and you have fun. So you can tell a joke and do your defense drills very friendly. And that's good because you'll keep going. You've got somebody there who's keeping you going. Also, the attitude of ultimate fighting competitions, they're very tough, find the most macho man or whatever, toughest fighter. That's going this way. I'm going as far in the other direction as I can with Choi-Bo. Choi-Bo is for people for long-term health, as I've said. The studies done on NFL football players showing the ones who have received impact on their brain or body are suffering with Alzheimer's. We're yet to see the studies done on UFC fighters, pro boxers. There's not really been any done on boxers, actually, I don't think. But the study that was done a few years ago in the States was done on NFL football players. They are now suffering with Alzheimer's, and it's the ones who have had the more impacts experience the worst memory loss as well. So Choi-Bo is about personal transformation, being your best. So it's not about trying to beat someone else, it's about working with the people in the class to reach a higher level of physical and psychological greatness. So one other thing about defense drills, they're always done in a friendly way. The reason being is this: the hypothalamus pituitary axis or the stress response. We know that if the experience is really stressful, this is set off, the stress response. That means into your bloodstream are released cortisol, glucocorticoid, which is another stress hormone, is released into your blood. Your gastro tract is closed down, your heart rate is more vigorous. A lot of stress being the biggest killer. So in defense drills in Choi-Bo, we work with a partner, but it's fun. So we don't want to take it to the level of competing. As I said, we are doing Choi-Bo competitions with patterns to see the best pattern, but that's not in defense drills. Defense drills, too easily, the ego can get involved, especially if I'm working with a young lad. He wants to see if I'm any good as a martial artist, so maybe his ego quickly jumps in. I don't want to experience that with any martial artist. I've left the martial arts world, I'm into fitness and health. So in partnership training in the defense drills, the reason why we are not being competitive with, like proving yourself in Choi-Bo is the stress response. Stress being the biggest killer. Again, Choi-Bo is about exercise stimulation, not distress. We want eustress, good stress. Develop the mind and body together, not overstress the brain so that people are experiencing fear. We want fun and self-love. Play. You don't need to prove yourself at Choi-Bo. You just come there, exercise, have fun, and really, really enjoy yourself. So remember the stress response. Again, the defense drills, they work your whole kinetic chain. You're working with a partner, moving around, blocking, great fun. So you're using your kinetic chain, you're kicking, punching. So you're obviously working with a partner, nice and slowly, then it's really good for your body. The one thing I didn't talk about, just it was up a slide a moment ago, is target training. So we do use and have very powerful techniques that, unlike other techniques used in other exercise programs in the world, they follow biomechanical principles. So for instance, when we're doing the rear punch in Choi-Bo, our mass moves in the direction of the target. I know Choi-Bo is huge in America, not so big in England. The basis of Choi-Bo is like this, is static. So it's a great workout, Choi-Bo. Billy Blanks is a really fit guy, his wife's fit too. However, the principles of Choi-Bo actually teach you how to move your body for self-defense purposes. They're more applicable and they're correct in terms of functional biomechanics.